everybody. It's Mark Gilliard again for AIM Country Music Television, and I'm honored to introduce my guest today, the extraordinary Caitlynne Curtis. Even though she's been singing since she was a little girl, it wasn't until Struggle Jennings noticed her that her career really took off. She recorded the inspirational God We Need You Now with Struggle Jennings. Take a minute to look that one up after this show. She'll be on the Backroads Baptism Tour with Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings this summer. Big things are in store for Caitlynne. She's a little pop, a little soul, blues, and R&B, propelled by a powerful and emotion-filled voice. Caitlynne's here to talk about her fantastic new song, Where You Left Off. Let's get her in here right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Hi, Caitlynne. Welcome to the program.
Hi.
That's great of you to stop by today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's just jump in with both feet with a minute or two of introduction. Tell us where you've been and what you've done, and maybe brag a little bit about where you're going.
Oh my goodness. Well, hi. I have been working on my music since I was 6 years old. I am 28 now. So I finally made that leap into doing it more full time. I had a #1 Billboard song called God We Need You Now with Struggle Jennings, and I am working on my first country album.
Fantastic. What is your connection with Struggle Jennings? That the first time it came across you was that song, God We Need You Now. Your voice on that's just a beautiful contrast to his delivery, which I also love, by the way. But how did you guys get connected? Is it the record label or something else that got you guys together?
It's actually a very funny story. I had a friend a couple years ago who was a photographer. He got invited to a DJ Paul's birthday party. And there I was just, mingling with everybody, took some pictures, posted it onto my Instagram. I was selling cars at the time, so I wasn't, pursuing music, just posting covers on my Instagram. Struggle Jennings actually saw the tag of the picture with me and him, and he saw that I was doing music and I was singing some cover songs, and he said, do you want to do an album? I was like, yes, I do actually, and here we are.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a nice little serendipity, isn't it?
It's crazy. I never thought, but Instagram was the platform. So
that's wild. Well, what are some of your influences, for both your songwriting and your singing style? I can't quite pinpoint it. I think that the Where You Left Off really fits the country sound really well, but you've got a lot of songs that are more pop or closer to R&B or soul. How would you describe it to people who haven't heard you yet?
So I love, just to have a little bit of soul in there. I lean towards a Celine Dion as far as the powers of the vocals. I was so inspired by her when I was younger. Bryan Adams is one of my big inspirations as well. And for a little bit, more of the pop side of it, I was super, growing up, I was listening to BB Rexa all the time. So it's kind of it's a contrast, but I like to mesh all of it together.
It is. I kind of hesitated with the pop reference because that just almost seems a little bit derogatory in your case, because you do have that a pretty powerful range, and you don't stick to that 3-chord pattern. You have lots of little minors and major things that kind of veer off on the melody. I really like the way that your songs just in general are put together.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're here to talk about your song Where You Left Off. This is a daddy-daughter song, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, tell us a little bit more about it before we play it.
Yeah. So growing up, it was very hard to see my dad give up on his dreams. He was a semi-pro hockey player. He's also an incredible artist. He draws comic book art. But he put that to the side when he had me and my siblings. And, he worked very hard to give us, a great life. But I'd watch him give up on his, his dreams and his passions. And I wrote this song to let him know that I will pick up where he left off. And his dreams are still alive and anything is possible.
That's fantastic. Well, quite a compliment to him for sure.
Yes.
Well, let's play it. Is that cool with you?
Sounds good.
All right. You're watching Caitlynne Curtis's video for Where You Left Off on AIM Country Music Television.
to be worthy. Thought you had to let go of you to hold me. What would have happened if you never had a plan B? The love you didn't get, you gave to us. Sometimes I wish you had and never gave up. 'Cause you only get one life and that's it. And reality is only what you make it. But let go of regret. It ain't over yet. Don't be upset. 'Cause you know I'ma be picking up where you left off. I hope you know your dreams ain't lost. Using everything you taught me to be. Hopefully you could see that I'm picking up where you left off. So you know you didn't get it wrong, and you did a damn good job. I'm just picking up where you left off. Where you left off. I can see it when you smile, I know you're proud. Mistakes you made along the way turn out to be the best thing for you, the best thing for me. You found out your purpose as a father was worth it. Picking up where you left off. I hope you know your dreams ain't lost. Using everything you taught me to be. Hopefully you could see that I'm picking up where you left off. So you know you didn't get it wrong, and you did a damn good job. I'm just picking up where you left off. Where you left off. With no regrets. 'Cause it ain't over yet. Don't be upset. 'Cause you know I'ma be picking up where you left off. I hope you know your dreams ain't lost. Using everything you taught me to be. Hopefully you could see that I'm picking up where you left off. So you know you didn't get it wrong, and you did a damn good job. I'm just picking up where you left off. Where you left off.
Well, that's great. I love the feel of it. It's a great little showcase for your vocal range. Great
Thank
work.
Thank you. It was definitely new. I had sang a lot lower than what I was used to. So, but it was so fun to put it together, and I think it really, my dad, he loves it, so that's good.
Yeah, really, at the end of the day, that audience of one is the most important part of this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about the video itself. It's a lyric video, but are those pictures of you and your father in there?
Yes, those are a bunch of just old photographs that my mom was able to find. We just put them together because I didn't want, an actual video for it per se. I kind of just wanted it to be, I wanted people to see the lyrics so they could, really, understand the song, and to see kind of a little timeline of baby Caitlynne growing up and just me and my dad. So
Well, I saw your TikTok of doing the song, just about 30 seconds of it, doing it with the radio, and to me that would be a perfect video for it. It's just very exuberant.
yeah.
Well, let's bring this thing to a close. You're on tour with Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings all summer. Why don't you tell us where to find you online, on stage, and where we can buy or listen to all this music?
Yes, I have the honor of being on the Backroad Baptism tour with Jelly Roll. I get to open up for 14 dates, so I'm super excited about that. If you want to see where I'm going to be, I have it pinned on my Instagram. It's the first picture on my page, so you can find which dates or which cities I'll be at for which dates. And I'm super excited about it. But you can find me on all platforms, social media platforms. You can find me on streaming platforms, just Caitlynne Curtis.
Yep, she is everywhere. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Caitlin. It's been fun chatting with you today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlynne Curtis. So, what do you guys think? Is Where You Left Off going to be your only favorite song? This has been Mark Gilliam for AIM Country Music Television. Thank you for watching.
I think you threw the towel in early and gave up the things you love to be worthy. Thought you had to let go of you to hold me. What would have happened if you never had